What's up, everyone? My name's Trevor, and I'm so glad you're joining us today in our kitchen. We had something big planned, guys. We had an XP, but there has been a major change in plans, and you guys aren't going to school, and we're not meeting here at church, but we are still going to have church. We still want to spend time with you, even if we can't fully high five. We're going to get so close. Be on the lookout for some weekly emails. We want to keep sending you information, let you know what's going on here. We want to keep spending time with you as much as we possibly can. Be checking your emails for all kinds of activities, coloring pages, family resources, Spotify playlists. That way you guys can keep worshiping Jesus as a family or just on your own. Just say, Alexa, play Spotify playlist. We'll give you a name for it when it's finished. Until we get to come back and be together here in the building, we're going to be streaming church online. So we just encourage you every single week, be joining us there. Be on the lookout for videos just like this, and we will be with you soon. All right, so I have brought my friend Dana along, and she has a very special job. For those of you who know me, you know that I love to talk, and I want to tell you a Bible story. However, you can't just be on the internet all day, so we have to kind of wrap this up. And so I want to tell you this story from Luke chapter 19. But for every minute that I talk, Dana's going to smash a cupcake in my face. And so for you, the longer I talk, the more fun it is. And for me, I'm going to go really quick. And that green and pink is going to just like stay in my face forever. I can just feel it.
Good.
So I want to jump into this story. It is from Luke chapter 19, and it involves a man named Zacchaeus. Now, Zacchaeus was a tax collector. And here's what that meant. That meant he was in charge of going door to door, and he would knock and people would answer the door, and he would say, he made $1,000 this month, and the city of Rome is requesting that you give them, is requesting that you give them $600.
Oops.
At least it's delicious. I'm going to wipe that right there. You have to give us $600. And then Zacchaeus would take $400, and he would say, here you go, Rome. And then he would put $200 in his own pocket. So he was known kind of as a liar and a cheat and a thief, and no one really liked him. The other thing that you need to know about Zacchaeus is he was really short. He was known for being a small man. And so one day, this guy named Jesus comes to Jericho, and Zacchaeus wants to see him. But there's such a big crowd that Zacchaeus shows up. He can't see over anyone else. All he can see is the back of people because he is too small. So he gets this idea. He goes, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run down the road where Jesus is going to walk. And he climbs up into a sycamore tree. So he is hiding in the tree. Not again. He's hiding in the tree. And Jesus walks right past him. He has a front row. He has a it's so cold. He has a front row view to see Jesus. Only as Jesus is right under him, the craziest thing happens. This is in Luke chapter 19. It's verse 5. And he says this. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. He walks right by Zacchaeus, the guy that no one likes, the thief, the liar, the cheat. And he looks up into the tree and he goes, hey, dude. Come down. I'm going over to someone's house today, and it's your house. And the people around are mad because Jesus is really popular. I'm trying to get that out of the way. Jesus is really popular, and they want to spend time with him. And he chooses to spend time. He chooses to spend time with the sinner, with the liar, with the thief. And so Jesus. It's everywhere. Like a llama.
This is so fun.
So Jesus goes to Zacchaeus' house, and they spend time together, and Jesus basically just tells him, hey, I just want you to know that after everything you've done, God still loves you. And Zacchaeus is changed by this. This impacts him in such a way that he makes his own life change. He goes, I need to follow God. And he goes, anyone that I had previously ripped off, I'm going to pay them back. And not only that, he says here, he says, look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor. And if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount. And Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man," that's Jesus. Like Rudolph now. Merry Christmas. "For the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost." So Zacchaeus is fully changed because of what Jesus did. And I want to show you just another example of how change can take place. And that's so... I want to get something here. I want to bake with you because we're at a bakery, we're in a donut shop. So let's do some baking. I want to bake a cake with you. When you make a cake, it's important that, I'm not going to do it from scratch. I am going to do just a regular old cake mix, and try not to pop it all over everything. Again, I want powdered flour. Like that. Ha-ha! So when you bake a cake, you're going to put in your dry ingredients, which in this case is baking powder. You're going to put in your oil and water, which I've previously mixed together. And you got to add, everyone likes to crack an egg or two, right? And get cupcakes in the... This is going to stain. We're going to take our eggs. Here we go. 1 egg and 2 eggs. And so we take these eggs, and when you're baking a cake, it's important to know, I'm just going to use my hands because you're not here, so you can't get anything from me. So we're going to mix this up, and we need to know about cake mixing. It's delicious. Like, they make ice cream that is designed to taste like cake batter. But if you don't cook it, it can make you sick. Eggs have this thing called salmonella, and you ask your parents about it, you get really, really sick. And you can't eat a cake unless you cook it. Because something happens, and so, I don't know if you can see this, but I have this slimy, gross, disgusting, but weirdly delicious cake that's inedible. But what happened? I'm gonna eat this one. It's so good. Who am I kidding?
There's a little more.
When you have a cake like this, you put it in the oven. So we're just gonna take our cake. I'm gonna put it right in the oven. My goodness, my hands are disgusting. And you just let it sit in there. And something changes when the heat hits it, and it changes what it's made of. Just like when Jesus and Zacchaeus had dinner, and Jesus said, God still loves you. And he goes, I'm going to trust in God. I'm going to trust in Jesus. And he starts to follow him. And when you pull out that cake after 25 minutes, it's not a soupy, wet mess anymore. You have a full-on, decorated, delicious cake. You can eat this, and if you eat the whole thing, you'll get sick because that's way too much sugar. But you're not going to get sick. It's not going to make you feel bad. It's going to taste delicious. And this is the kind of change that God wants to do for you. That he wants to take you and he wants to change you into something. Oh, goodness gracious. And then the hair. He wants to make you into something that only he can do. Only Jesus can change you in this way. You can change things like your clothes or your favorite football team, but only Jesus can change you.
Stories of the Bible. Zacchaeus. This is Zacchaeus.
Hey there.
Who was a tax collector and very rich. Tax collectors were hated because many people thought they were liars and cheaters.
Boo.
Zacchaeus lived in Jericho, and one day, Jesus was passing through Jericho.
What's going on?
Jesus is here! Woohoo!
Zacchaeus wanted to see who Jesus was.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, watch where you're going.
But he was too short to see above the crowd.
Ah, that's it.
So he ran ahead to a place where he knew Jesus would come. He climbed to a sycamore tree so he could see Jesus. When Jesus came to that place, he looked up and saw Zacchaeus in the tree.
Oh, hey there, friend. Who? Me? Yeah, you.
He said to him, Zacchaeus, hurry and come down. I must stay at your house today.
Oh, all right.
Zacchaeus came down quickly. He was pleased to have Jesus in his house. All the people saw this and began to complain.
Ugh.
Look at the kind of man Jesus stays with. Zacchaeus is a sinner. But Zacchaeus said to Jesus, I will give half my money to the poor. If I have cheated anyone, I will pay that person back 4 times more. Jesus said, "Salvation has come to this house today."
What?
This man truly belongs to the family of Abraham. The Son of Man came to find lost people and save them.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for giving me a couple minutes to clean up. Hopefully you liked that last video. In the next coming weeks, we're going to have more fun stuff like this for you. More videos are going to be coming. More resources are going to go out. So remind your parents, check your emails because we're going to be sending you stuff. Stuff like this printable that we have right here. Click here to get that. Or you can click right here for our Spotify playlist. That way you can just continue this time of learning about Jesus by worshiping Him and singing songs at home. Guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Keep your hands washed. Stay safe, you guys. We love you. We'll see you soon.